So now in this section, we will learn wrapper classes, autoboxing, and unboxing. So first up, we're going to learn what the wrapper class is. Then we'll cover conversion of primitive types and wrapper classes. And then we'll go over autoboxing and unboxing concepts that come with Java 5. What is wrapper class? Now there's an obvious joke in here, but I want to stay as serious as can be. Wrapper classes are used for converting primitive data types into objects, like byte to byte, int to integer, char to character, etc. The primitive data types are not objects, so they don't belong to any class, and they are defined in the language itself. So sometimes it's required to convert data types into wrapper objects in the Java language. So the primary benefit of this process is the wrapper class of a particular primitive type can hold a lot of information, and it provides useful functions such as conversion from one type to another and all other suitable functionalities, in fact. You can see the wrapper classes of primitive types on this table here. The wrapper classes are defined in the java.lang package. Conversion. So we basically have two types of conversion. First one is primitive type to the wrapper class, and the second one is the wrapper class to primitive type. In the first type, we use two different ways for converting a primitive type into an object of the corresponding wrapper class. The first way is by using a constructor. As you see here in the example, we use constructor of the integer wrapper class to convert int primitive type to the integer wrapper class. So the second way is using a static method of the wrapper class. And as you see in the example, we use the value of static method of the integer class to convert the int primitive type to integer wrapper class. So the value of method returns an instance representing the specified int value. The second type, we use a way to convert wrapper class into a primitive type. So we can use the corresponding methods to get the primitive type. For example, int value, double value, short value methods. And there's some others. With Java 5, this conversion is done automatically by using autoboxing and unboxing. Let's have a look at these concepts. Autoboxing, unboxing. Now, before autoboxing and unboxing, type conversion was being done manually, as you saw on the previous slide. But since Java 5, the whole process happens automatically without having to write any code for conversion. Saves a whole lot of time, frees up your brain for other stuff. Java provides two features called autoboxing and auto-unboxing. Okay? So let's have a look, see what they are. So when Java automatically converts a primitive type like int into a corresponding wrapper class object, for example, integer, it's called autoboxing. When Java automatically converts a wrapper class like integer into a corresponding primitive type, for example, int, then it is called auto-unboxing. Pretty straightforward. But let's do some examples with autoboxing and unboxing, and then you'll see it clearer. So in the exercise project, just right-click on the source folder and select New, Class. Specify the package name as Boxing and the class name as Autoboxing Unboxing, and select the checkbox for the main method. And now let's declare a variable that is named db with the wrapper class double and assign the value to 12.8. All right, so this is autoboxing of double. Because the conversion of the primitive double data type into wrapper, the double data type is done automatically. So let's declare a variable that's named D with the primitive double type, and then assign the variable dB to it. And now this is auto-unboxing of double, because the conversion of primitive data types into corresponding wrapper data types is done automatically. Automatic conversion. And now let's print the value of the variable dB and D by using our print method. Now, in another example, let's declare a variable that's named in with the wrapper class integer, and then assign the value of 5 to it. And this is autoboxing of int. So let's declare a variable that's named I with a primitive int type and assign a variable in to it. And this is auto-unboxing of integer. And then we print the value of the variable in and I by using the print method. And then in the last example, let's declare a variable that's named ch with the wrapper class character and assign a value, the letter B, between single quotes, and this is autoboxing of char. So let's declare a variable that's named C with a primitive char type, and then assign the variable ch to it. This is auto-unboxing of character. And then we print the value of the variable ch and c by using the print method. All right, so let's run the code. And look at that, you see the following results in the console.